All right, hello everybody. Give me just 2 seconds. As per usual, I need to just make sure everything is actually running. Okay, everything is running smoothly, and needing to get myself. Okay, okay, Bob. Also, congratulations on the first, Bob, and I will start with Fuzzy Hat. Um, but I need to just finish figuring out a couple things and getting myself all set. All right, that seems like about enough waiting for one day. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Get them men in line. Dating again. I don't know what happened to the last guy. So in this game, there was no last guy because the first time that I played this, a does the audio sound okay? Because my wires being weird, so I want to just be sure. And by my wires being weird, I mean I don't have good cable set up right now, and I don't have the mental capacity to correct it really. Um, but yes, audio's good, except for the fact it's your voice. Sorry. Oh, we have Bob Seagate. I mean, you're weird. So it's within the brand. By the way, everybody, we have Bob C Games in the his house here, and he's the creator of the game that we're playing. So he also is the person that got me my necklace. Where'd my necklace go? I must have taken it off. Um, my otter necklace that I often have on stream, as well as Banana Bob right there, and Adam, who's from this game that we're about to play, as well as James, who's also in this game, as well as well, there's another Adam right about here where my finger's pointing, and then as soon as I get a frame, like right about on par with where James is where Jake's gonna go, and Jake is who we're after this time. So Jake's the cute like computer guy, geeky guy, who is into like board games, and he's one of like our first friends that we meet. It me. Who Bob? Robert. It me. I mean, that is funny. There is a character named Robert in the game as well, but he's nothing like Bob. Um, but or at least I don't know. He's kind of a bully like Bob, but maybe a little different. I don't know. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into. Oh wait, before computer geek like Bob or computer geek like me. Closer to a computer geek like Bob. But I like computer guys apparently, so that's just a thing. Also, okay. Welcome on in, Eugene. Um, over on the vertical stream. That reminds me, I named him Robert because I didn't know what else to name a villain, and didn't want anyone else to feel bad. That's fair. That's pretty fair. Also, I need to pull up the group chat, community chat thing. Which also, before we get started, speaking of my, should have just named him Bob. Mean. Before we get into this, and speaking of my group chat, so tomorrow is Pride. I mean, it's Pride Month, as well as Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, so, you know, what that's worth. But yes, tomorrow I think me and my two boyfriends are going to be, as well as some of my friends, are going to be actually like in the Pride Parade. So that's going to be fun. Name the next villain Mufasa. Remember, you're very important. I hope you do well in your life. I love your. Thank you. Yep, very here and there message, but thank you, Karwaki. But yes, so tomorrow we'll probably end up being in the Pride Parade, as well as tonight I'm streaming because I'm making up for yesterday's stream, because yesterday I auditioned for a zombie movie, which is very funny considering. I mean, granted, I was going to play this, but normally we'd be playing Zomboid. So, yeah, you know. Just thought it was the irony for. Wow, okay. Just thought it was irony for my channel, I suppose. Oh, The Walking Dead. No, it's not The Walking Dead. It's like a student film. But the story is like really neat, and the film program out here is pretty decent actually. I mean, Dorian won the film festival out here a few years ago, and he has a lot of friends that kind of like move upwards. So who knows? I know a lot of people submit their student films to like actual shows out here and stuff, and I think it seems pretty good from what I've seen. So hopefully I get it. But yes, good luck being undead. I actually am going to be the scientist curing the undead. When I was in my audition, I actually ended up being able to audition kind of twice, because I had an appointment for an audition where I was going to be allowed to read with my friend, and both of us were late, and we ended up getting there around the same time. So they're like, you guys can still have your like duo audition. So we went in together, which is very unorthodox, but we were able to read together. And then I ended up making friends with another girl that was there, and she was like, I really wish I had someone to read with. And I was like, why not? Why not? So I went in and I read with her, and so I kind of got two auditions, and both times, like after we read, he looked at me and was like, you've got this, you're fine. And then he gave the person I was reading with notes, and then we would run it again. But that made me feel either really good that they were like, this might be our guy, or that I wasn't really a contender. But I suppose we'll find out. But good luck killing the undead. Oh, that actually is part of the catalyst. And making them undead. You scientific? I mean, IRL? Not. Oh, like you scientific? Right. Men in lab coats are sexy, so I don't know what the costuming will actually be. Too bad you'll be ruining the look. Let's get into the freaking game. Let's get into the game. All right. Perfect. Alrighty. Warning, this game contains adult suggestions, stronger language, and descriptions of ZZZ, and is not suitable for children. This game may also deal with uncomfortable situations such as violence, bullying, and depression. And don't worry, this is disabled. I have all of that stuff. I've not seen the start of this game in so long. Well, you get it now. You get it now. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. But not really, because it's actually pretty tame. Especially with the settings that I have. So. Oh, how is that sound? Can we actually hear the game? There we go. No, let's talk for 2 hours like the good old days. I saw the start of YAGS yesterday because I was fixing a bug. There we go, yes. Games may be a little loud compared to your voice. Okay, let's turn it down then. I agree, it's like booming in my ears. Let's go ahead and turn that down for me. And then, how's that sound? Pretty good? Pretty comparable for me? Yeah. Alright, and how long has it been? Alright, we're at minute 14 out of the 15, and I think I started 4 minutes late, so minute 19. Perfect. Alright, Sunday, August 20th, 2006. You sigh, plopping down in your chair at your desk. The craziness that was your orientation week is finally over, and just in time, too. You don't think you can handle another icebreaker or social event. You feel like you managed to talk to a lot of people, despite never having really felt comfortable in a large group of strangers. Still, you don't really feel like you've made any friends. You unlock your computer. Crazy Cat Lady 2588. It'll be fun, seriously. He's going to love you. Maybe literally. Wink, wink, wink. Wink. You'd been freaking out at your best friend from high school, Janet, about meeting your roommate. Apparently, your intended roommate had switched schools during the summer, so the university changed your housing plans last minute and assigned you a room in one of the upperclassmen dorms. Your new roommate was showing up later than all the freshmen. Still, he should have arrived by now. Maybe whoever was assigned here dropped out over the summer? Looking good and sounding good. Thank you. Thank you. You hope he doesn't end up being homophobic. Always the hope. Or worse, hot. Ha ha. I don't know if that would be better or worse. You only recently came to terms with yourself about being gay, and the thought that people will find out still terrifies you. Janet was the first, and so far only person you've told. You find it a huge relief to have someone to talk to about things. Or to freak out to. Oh, wink, wink, wink. Your parents call again today? Probably. Haven't been here. Mom's getting better, right? I guess. Only every other day now, at least. She said she'd call less after... She said she'd call less after classes start. Maybe I can actually get work done this year. In truth, you find you're missing your parents more than you expected. Your mom's always been a little overbearing, but in a loving, friendly way. I also just love the dancing that's going on in chat. I'm going to point that out. You were actually looking forward to being away from her for the first time in college, but now that you're here, you find you're missing her constant worrying. So, meet any cute guys? Yeah, there's an orgy in my room now. I know you're still really uncomfortable. With liking guys, I mean. So I'm always here to listen. You're. Spelled Y-O-U''RE, as in you are. But I'm sure there's someone in your situation who you could talk to. You stare at the window at the setting sun. You know she's right, but the thought of coming out to anyone else has your stomach in knots. Still, it would be nice to have someone more local to confide in. You don't want to monopolize all of Janet's time anyway. The sound of footsteps interrupts your thought, and you minimize the chat window and turn to the door as the guy stumbles through, dragging a suitcase with a backpack in his back and another in his hand. Oh, it's my man. I mean, no, Jake's my man this time. Jake's my man. I can't get too into Adam. Adam. He's tall, dressed in a green t-shirt and jeans with a mess of wavy reddish-brown hair on his head and bluish-green eyes that are currently expressing his frustration. Why can't you have both? Adam is straight. Adam is of the straight variety. Can I help you with one of those? Greet him, stare at him, turn back to your computer. Can I help you with one of those? He grins, hands the backpack in his hand to you, then it's remarkably light given how much it's bulging. Yeah, thanks. He shrugs the other backpack off and tosses it into the room where it lands with a sickening crunch. Oh, shirt. I guess that wasn't the one with clothing in it. He drags a suitcase into the room, grabbing the backpack from the floor, sets it on the bed, and starts looking through it. He sets the other backpack on his bed. Sorry. He pulls the laptop out of the bag, opens it, and pushes the power button. He looks over at you. For what? If I hadn't taken the other bag, you probably wouldn't have thrown that one. He chuckles. Nah, I'm always doing stupid things like that. You think I'd be able to tell the difference between them by now, even just based on the weight. I mean, sir, you look like you have quite the muscles on you. Despite the large crack through the screen, the laptop seems to be booting up fine. At least it's not totally broken. So, hi. He walks over to you with his hand outstretched. I'm Adam. Shake his hand and introduce yourself, nod and stare at the floor. Shake his hand and introduce myself. You shake his hand. Hey, I'm not Chris. That's right. Bob, you need to fix this so I can have the correct number of characters in my name. I'm Patchrick. Player 1. Hey, Patchrick. Adam glances at his watch. I'd love to talk properly, but I'm already late for an event at the frat house. Oh, nice. Yeah, later then. He smiles at you before quickly walking out the door. You sigh and return to your chat with Janet. I can't get too, into things with Adam because we're going after Jake, so things with Adam don't really matter right now. Fun fact, Adam was not supposed to be this fit. I think I described him as having an average build to my artist. I've seen a lot of what your artist puts out, so I think this is average for him. Just saying. That went well. Spill. You recount the past few minutes to her. Ouch. Hopefully that's fixable. You glance over at the laptop, still sitting on his bed. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Also, you should totally go with him to that frat sometime. Orgies. There's a gay average and a real human average. This is true. It's like being I'm straight thin, but I'm gay fat. Oh, I do not have that turned off. Sorry, you just heard a go live notification from Discord. I wish. Keep it in your pants, Patchrick. You smile. You're missing her already. Anyway, I should go to bed. Class at 7:30 tomorrow. Thanks, Bob, for the Discord sound. Let me just go ahead and make sure that's not going to be a consistent problem. What kind of person schedules class at 7:30? I thought high school was bad for starting at 8. You, apparently? Hey, that's one thing I do not miss. Love you too. I can see it, but now I don't need to hear it. Never mind, apparently. I miss you. Miss you too. Mwah. Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. You close the window and look around the room. Adam's laptop seems to have booted up okay, and is now showing the desktop. Despite the cracks running across the screen, it seems to be pretty usable, and text is still legible. We're not going to snoop. I know what happens if we snoop, but we snooped last time. We're not going to do it this time. My artist for this game is Straight, though. Is something broken with Discord stream mode today? This happened with Josh's stream too. It must be, because it usually never does this. And granted, I could just do the game audio instead of my desktop audio, but then if anybody redeems anything, it won't play. So, and I hate having, like, I hate people feeling like they're wasting points just for me to hear, like, a jump scare or a rickroll or something. Good artist, knows the client. We're not gonna snoop. Yeah, no, that'd be it. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, no, that'd be a great way to start your friendship with this guy. You get up and close the laptop lid, hoping it'll put itself to sleep instead of running out of power. Sure enough, the fan stops and the light on the top starts to fade in and out slowly. You yawn. Maybe Janet was onto something about going to bed. Your first class isn't until 8:30, but the anticipation and dread will probably keep you up for a bit anyway. You quickly change into your pajamas and get into your bed. You stare at the ceiling until you fall asleep. I also just realized, speaking of pajamas, okay. I wasn't sure. If you're on the vertical, you can see Draco right over here, but on the horizontal, you can't. But right where he is and right where everything else is was just like my pajamas and stuff, so wanted to be sure that was not in frame. Kitty! Monday, August 21st. Your alarm buzzing jars you awake from a dream where you're naked in class and being called to answer a question. You rub the sleep from your eyes and shut off the alarm. Stupid naked dreams. Yeah, stupid. You sit up and glance over at the other bed. Apparently Adam got back late the previous night and didn't take the time to put the bedding on the bed, instead sleeping on the bare mattress or with just his coat over him. Or maybe he was concerned about waking you? Adam rolls over and pulls the coat up higher. You catch a glimpse of his bare chest. You grab your towel and change of clothes in your shower caddy as quietly as possible, slipping out the door to shower. Upon returning, you find Adam snoring softly. At least he fell back asleep easily. Let's just head to class, it's fine. You slip out the door as quietly as possible, making sure it securely shuts behind you. We're concerned with his safety more than him knowing that we're gone. He can figure that out on his own. It is not a big room. Well, here goes nothing. Guys, we're about to meet him. Okay. You head down the stairs and toward your first lecture of your college career. Still, Monday, August 21st. You walk back to your room. Class is over for the day. You weren't sure what you were expecting, but it seems like every class used the first day for introductions and presenting of a syllabus. Yeah, that's pretty usual. At least I don't have any homework. Oh, dang it. We're not gonna meet Jake quite yet. Fumble with key when it suddenly opens. Adam, a towel around his waist and a small bag of toiletries in his hand, almost run into you on the way out. Hello, Adam. Oh, hey, Patchrick. You glance over his bare torso, his chest covered in a coating of reddish hair. He's pretty fit, hints of abdominal muscles. Hints, framing the trail of hair that leads downward to the towel. I was just going to shower. How was your first day back? It was good, except it was actually my first day ever. I'm a freshman. Ah, he grins, slapping you on the back. Welcome to college, then. I'm going to go shower. You want to grab some food when I get back? This is a very different interaction than the one that we had in my first playthrough. Sure. That sounds good. That sounds good. Awesome. Back in a bit. You drop your backpack off in your bed and unlock your computer. Janet doesn't seem to be online yet. You check your class schedule and remember that she has classes throughout the day and won't be back for a while yet. You count your blessings for having your classes as a reasonably solid block, with a break for lunch. I survived. Actually, it wasn't bad at all. Hope your day's going well, although I would hate to have your schedule. Those messages. I like knowing that my friends are thinking about me when I see like block messages from a time in the day when I'm unavailable, and at the same time, I also always am like feeling terrible that I can't respond to people. You start rereading some of the syllabus for your class. It looks like several of them have all of your homework assignments for the semester already listed, and you already have the textbooks. It would be useful to get a head start on all this homework before classes start getting busier. Your thoughts are interrupted by Adam walking into the room. His hair is damp and he seems to be wearing nothing but the towel again. Sorry I left so abruptly last night. He rummages through his dresser. My flight was delayed, and it was a long bus ride down here, and I had to make a meeting. Sounds frustrating. I hope you didn't not unpack your stuff last night because of me. That sounds frustrating. He pulls a pair of boxer briefs out of the dresser, slipping them on before removing the towel and rubbing his hair with it before turning to you. Yeah, I hate flying, but there aren't really any other options. I'm from California. Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm from Arizona and have to fly here too. He nods, grabs a pair of pants from the dresser and pulling them off. Pulls them off. I'm only in the storm because my housing plan at the house fell through. He grabs a shirt from the dresser and pulls it on before attempting to comb his hair with his fingers. Oh, I forgot what happened. I just remembered what happens to all of his clothes. I was supposed to stay with my friend Carlos, but I guess they did some work on the house over the summer. The room we were going to stay in was turned into a single. Carlos is a sophomore, well, a junior now, so I figured he should have it. I guess if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have met you. His friendly demeanor at least puts you at ease. I'm a bio major. Well, pre-med, but they don't have that here, and biology seemed the next closest. I'm a CS major. Ah, one of those smart geeky kids. You blush. Anyway, let's go to the yard. I know it's a little early for dinner, but they have pretty excellent pizza. You nod, following out the door before pulling it tightly shut behind you. You arrive at the yard. Say no to drogues, say yes to pizza. And are quickly ushered to a booth next to the red brick wall. Menus sit at the table, wedged between napkin dispensers. Pineapple jalapeno pizza. That's what we're having. That sounds interesting, but sure. College is the time to try new things, right? It's delicious. Adam flags down a waitress and orders for both of you. I just realized they don't take the meal plan here. I assume you're on that? Don't worry about it. I got this. He folds his arms across his chest and stares into your eyes. So, tell me all your deepest, darkest secrets. You wonder if it's just his friendly demeanor, but somehow the prompt actually makes you consider telling him. After all, you do have to live with the guy for the next 9 months. Then you feel your heart pounding in your chest and try to steel yourself. I'm gay. I'm a serial killer. And you're my next target. Haha, you first. You first. You hate yourself internally, vowing to take the next good opportunity to come out to him. My girlfriend just broke up with me. He's still smiling, but it's clearly painful for him. I'm sorry. He smiles at you. Yeah, well, it was probably overdue anyway. It's not like we ever saw each other during the year, and this past summer I was working and spending my spare time studying. He sighs. She meant a lot to me. Means a lot to me. And I never gave her the time she deserved. Always important to make time for people you love. Which is also why we'll only be doing this for about 2 hours tonight. Just by the by. His thoughts are interrupted by the arrival of a large, steaming pizza covered in yellow and grain. He perks at the sight and smell. Anyway, sorry to make this all about me. Let's eat! The pizza, despite the spice, is actually really good. Adam laughs at you as you flag down the waitress for more water, but it's friendly and relaxed. He tells you about his classes and hopes of becoming a doctor someday. Oh, don't you worry, buddy. I've seen your future. I've seen every bit of your future. You're in for a good news there. You clamp your mouth shut and avoid talking to try and relieve the burning sensation. Before you know it, the pizza's gone and he bids you farewell, going off to meet some friends for a study group. You decide to head back to your room to get some work done as well. You unlock your computer to find some messages from Janet, as usual. Yay, I survived too! But this schedule really does suck. But actually I had a good first day. That's great! My roommate is annoying though. But yours seems awesome. He is, I guess. What's this I guess thing? No, he is. You chat for an hour, you let her go, and she insists she has to head to bed to wake up early the next morning. As you change and climb into bed, Adam returns. Hey, Patchrick. He yawns. I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm gonna hit the sack. Hopefully I didn't wake you. He pulls off his shirt and jeans and turns off the light. Good night. You fall asleep pretty quickly. Tuesday, August 22nd. The rest of the week is a whirlwind of classes. You have a couple meals with some random classmates, but conversation is always awkward. You ping some of the people you met during orientation, but they all seem to already have plans. Unfortunately, you don't see much of Adam during the week, other than briefly in passing in the morning or evening. He always seems to be in a rush to get somewhere. Same. Whew. Apparently, he usually gets meals at the house, or so he said one evening when he ran out the door, extending an invitation to you in the process. You always turn him down, not wanting to intrude, even though he insists it'd be fine. Friday, August 25th. On Friday, you walk into the room to find him sitting on his bed, talking with another guy standing next to him. It's Carlos! It's a young Carlos, oh my. They both turn to you as you walk in. His friend is also tall, with medium-length brown hair and the beginnings of a beard. His white dress shirt is unbuttoned at the top, falling open and revealing hints of chest hair. Wow, he's hot. You force your gaze away from him. Adam jumps off the bed and comes over to you, slinging his arm over your shoulders. Patchrick, this is my friend Carlos. Carlos extends his hand towards you. Shake his hand. You shake his hand, it's hard and calloused, and his grip is firm. Nice to meet you, Patchrick. We're here to kidnap you for dinner at the house, and we won't take no for an answer. Unless you really don't want to go, we're not forcing you. Adam elbows Carlos playfully in the side. No, idiot, we're forcing him. Patchrick, you're joining us for dinner tonight. Well, when you put it that way, Adam laughs. Great, let's go. You quickly message Janet telling her your dinner plans, and the three of you head out the door across campus. The three of you walk together. Carlos turns to you. I'm also a bio major. Don't really have any interest in the stuff, but I had to pick something. Actually, that's how we met. He was my TA for Introduction to Human Anatomy. Introduction to studying these drawings of dicks. Wow, I wrote these characters so weird early on, before I really had an idea of who they were. I mean, they're cohesive. I will say, like, playing through all of the YAGS verse, I guess, I definitely see a different sense of the characters. Dude. Also, I got him to join the frat. Anyway, My family wanted me to come get an education here for some reason. I told them there were plenty of good schools back home. Besides, I don't even know what I want to do yet, but they insisted, so here I am. He grins. Adam laughs. You always tell your life story to everyone when you meet them, don't you? Well, yeah, it's not like it's that interesting of a story anyway, or that long of one. You're a CS major, right, Patchrick? Yeah. Oh, like Bill Gates. I never could do that stuff. There's good money in it, but I just don't think I have the brains. You blush. Adam playfully hits the back of Carlos's head. No, come on, you're embarrassing him. No fair torture in the freshman. That's my job. Well, you're doing such a great job of it. I do, normally, a great job of it. I totally did not read what that last thing was. Carlos laughs again. There we go. Hey, kid. This guy here's taking a real liking to you, you know? Dude. I mean, he's always friendly and all, but you two really seem to get along. At least that's what he says. Dude, now you're embarrassing me. Adam is shaking his head but laughing. The three of you soon arrive at the house. You're not sure what you're expecting, but it wasn't this. A large, multi-story brick building sits next to a large, greasy square. Grassy square. Grease. I was like, what does that mean, a large, greasy square? Grassy square. Similar buildings are on the other side of the square. A basketball court off to the side seems to contain a crowd of frat brothers playing a casual game. Welcome to our humble home. He fishes a key out of his pocket. Adam gets to the door first, opening it. Beat you. Anyway, I have to go find Robert. Take care of my man, eh? Carlos waves him away. Yeah, whatever. See you later, Patchrick. Anyway, come on in. Welcome. Hey, Carlos. Who's the new guy? This is Patchrick. He's Adam's roommate. Patchrick, this is Elliot on the left, and Steve on the right. Greet them. Hey, it's great to meet you. Adam invited him over to join us for dinner. A little early for that, eh? It's barely 4. I figured we could show him around the place first. They're watching that new show in the common room. What is it? Psych! That's on right now. I do know what it is, so... I should flip the dialogue here. Carlos is Adam and Adam is Carlos. It's fine. They're practically the same person early on anyway. And that's like a trait. Oh my goodness, my thing is shut. Hi, Robin. Welcome on in. It's TiVo'd. There's a new one tonight, so they're rewatching the earlier episodes. Yeah, you should go join them. That sounds like fun. I'm not really into TV shows. I've watched it with them before, so I think I want to actually see what else we could end up doing. Not into TV shows. Maybe he prefers to spend his time doing more productive things. Shh, no such thing. Seriously though, you should go join them. I think I'll pass. I suppose if there's nothing else to do. Okay, well they're kind of pushing hard now. I suppose if there's nothing else to do, sure. It's usually pretty boring around here, despite what you may hear. Speaking of boring, we've got to go. Elliot practically pushes Steve up the stairs. Have fun, though. Carlos shakes his head. Oh, those two. Anyway, the common room is this way. Carlos leads you to a common area featuring a large TV. A bunch of guys are spread out on couches, often literally, watching the screen. Some of them nod at the two of you as you walk in. The two of you find an empty space on the couch and sit to watch. It's a tight fit, though, and the guy occupying the other 2/3 of the couch seems to be asleep. Take advantage of the excuse to be close to Carlos, move to the floor, push the other guy out of the way. We're not going after Carlos right now. We're going to move to the floor. Carlos looks at you questioningly, but you indicate that the guy on the couch. You indicate the guy on the couch. He nods appreciatively. The show itself is fairly interesting. A guy claims to be a psychic to help solve police cases and drags his friend along everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty much the show. The lead actor reminds you a bit of Carlos. Okay, I could see that, I guess. An episode later, a guy in an apron interrupts the show to announce that dinner is ready. Carlos stands and stretches. I just realized how long that's been on. Here it is. I love Psych. I love Gus. Alright. Here's your fuzzy hat redeem. His shirt slides up, revealing golden skin and a tantalizing trail of hair. This feels like my other job. You get up and follow him to a large dining room packed with tables and chairs. You notice Adam... Oh, I just remembered who we meet now. You notice Adam sitting at one of the tables. He's sweaty and appears to have just come in from playing basketball. He's also flanked on either side by two identical women. That's quite the rebound, eh? His girlfriend just broke up with him, so I guess he's letting loose. It's good. He's normally such a prude about sex. Actually, I don't know if he's ever had sex with anyone but Nicole. He doesn't really talk about it. But who can resist the allure of a threesome, eh? Anyway, I have to go find Elliot. You should join Adam. Adam notices you and waves you over. Patchrick, come join us. You take a seat next to the women on the left. This is Ashley, and this is Lee. No, she's Ashley. Right, sorry. This is Lee, and this is Ashley. Actually, you were right the first time. Sorry, it's just too much fun. Lee shakes her head and Adam laughs. Anyway, this is Patchrick. Nice to meet you, Ashley and Lee. Nice to meet you. Are you twins? Acknowledge them. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Patchrick. Some guy across the room calls Adam's name and waves him over. He excuses himself, promising to make it quick. I think the reason I have such a short length cap on names is because it would screw up the display for IM conversations otherwise. Fair enough. Bob was very new to Rempy and didn't know how to use NVL mode for IM conversations. Yeah, I know what all that means. I know what all that means. Welcome on in, Diamond. Nope, I can't say I have, but thank you for the idea, and thank you for calling me cute. All right. Some guy across the room calls Adam's name and waves him over. He excuses himself, promising to make it quick. You visit with the twins in awkward silence for a bit. So, do you want to join us? Ash! He's looking at us like he's terrified of sex or something. Maybe it'll help loosen him up a bit. Lee shakes her head. Excuse her, she's just, Our parents weren't prudes and taught us that sex is a beautiful thing. I think you also like it when people get confused, especially during sex. Yeah, why have a twin if you can't have fun with it, right? Because that's illegal, madam. Just to by the by, what you're doing there is illegal. I'd sleep with you, Patchrick. Alone. Then neither of us would have to deal with her. Excuse you? Love you, Ash. Adam returns looking apologetic. The awkwardness of that moment with that YouTube comment just now makes that very funny. Sorry, hope you got to know each other while I was gone. There's silence for a bit. So, Lee here was just saying how she just switched into art from chemistry. No, that's Ashley. Wait, what? No, that was me. Or was it Ash? I think you're going to drive Adam here crazy. That comment sounds like a thing Ashley would say to you. I could definitely, especially in Zags, I could definitely see something like that, like at a Q&A meeting. Yeah. I want some advice. Really, Diamond? I feel like that's a situation you could probably end up talking to your parents about, and they'd probably have better insight than me because I also have never had to deal with that. So, but I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Adam shakes his head, but he's laughing. I'm kind of jealous. I kind of want an identical twin too. Well, life is never boring, that's for sure. I'm still in art. For now. OMG, it's definitely a thing Liz would say to you. Yeah. You're right. Oh, yeah. No, that's 100% a thing that Liz would say. Ah! I take it back. It's not a thing that Lee or Ashley would say. It's 100% just a Liz thing. Those are very different majors. Not many people can pull that off. Let's be complimentary about it. Well, then I guess I'll see if I'm one of those people. I know, I was complimenting you. I wasn't saying otherwise. You don't... You don't look it. I do want to do a version of this where it's just like the rudest possible comments. I know, I was complimenting you. Why, thank you. Yeah, she's gonna fail and come crawling back to her brushes and charcoal. I hate you sometimes. Love you too. Anyway, should we eat? After you, sis. Ha, good, because you'll eat the buffet clean. Love you too. The women get up and get in line for the buffet. Adam leans over to you. So, there's two of them. Do you want to, take one of them back to our room? Adam stares at you in a friendly way, and you feel your heart pounding again. You had vowed last time to not let the next opportunity pass you up. No thanks. You kick yourself mentally for passing up the opportunity again. He just shrugs. Your loss. The two of you follow the women to the food. There's a good selection of items, and everything looks a lot better than your usual campus selection. You decide on some chicken and green beans. It ends up being a pleasant dinner, both due to the food and the company. Lee and Ashley tease each other a lot, but generally seem to be friendly and personable. They also keep fawning over Adam. Oh, I can see why. Also, sun is starting to go down. Running their hands over his chest. Soon afterwards, you all finish eating and Lee and Ashley stand. Shall we? Adam looks at you and leans over. I feel like an idiot, Patchrick. I feel like I've been so lonely since Nicole broke up with me, which is dumb because I never spent much time with her anyway. I mean, we're not even in the same state right now, so it's not like that was unexpected. I just don't know what I'm doing right now. With them, it seemed like a good idea at the time. You don't have to go, you know. No one's blaming you for wanting some human contact. I haven't seen this, like, what happens if I select this, so I kind of want to. But the realistic thing there in my brain is that Adam didn't actually give indication that he still wants to. He's just having remorse about setting it up, which is different. So, you don't have to go, you know. You know what? You're right. Let's just go back to the dorm. We can play some Tetris or something. Have you heard of this thing called Tetranet? All the brothers have been playing it recently. It's pretty awesome. You're not changing your mind, are you? Actually, I think I am. I think Patchrick and I are going to go back to our dorm. I miss Tetranet so much. Oh, my little nerd. Ah, Lee, you always pick the gay ones. Ashley walks out and Lee shakes her head. Sorry, she's just not used to not getting her way. Don't take it personally. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, of course, but, you two have fun. Well, that was something. You and Adam head back to your dorm. Ready for some Tetris? Bring it on. You unlock your computer, there's a message from Janet. So how was dinner? Wink, wink, wink. You ignore them for now. Adam sends you instructions for downloading the game, and you spend a few hours playing. Phew! That was good, but I should probably do this reading tonight. Thanks again, Patchrick, for, things. He settles down in bed with a book, and you return to your chat window. Dinner was good. Sorry, I was playing a game with Adam. You're still awake? Ooh, game, eh? Hide the sausage. You don't have to be up tomorrow. Yeah, don't have to be up tomorrow. Yay! You laugh. Yeah, sleeping in will be nice. So how was your evening? The two of you talk for a bit about classes and homework. Soon you find yourself yawning and deciding to go to bed. Adam yawn puts his book down. Probably should call it for the night as well. He pulls off his shirt and pants. Anyway, good night. You bid Janet good night, quickly change, and hop into bed. Sleep comes easier than usual. Saturday, August 26th. You wake up in a panic, wondering why your alarm didn't go off and worrying that you'd be late for class. Then you remember, it's Saturday. And your first weekend in college. You glance over at Adam's bed. To your surprise, he's awake and looking back at you. Hey. Good morning. He yawns and rolls over, scratching his chest. Bad dream? Huh? You sound like you were freaking out when you woke up. Oh, yeah, I forgot I didn't have class today and thought I was late. Ha! Well, fortunate for you, it's not, and you've got an entire free day to do homework. He stretches. So, any plans for the day? You don't have too much homework to do yet, and you've been making solid progression throughout the week. You could probably get the remaining projects done in a couple hours, whenever, but you could also get a head start on other homework while your workload is still light. You can see if Adam has any plans or wants to hang out. The frat house was awkward, but surprisingly enjoyable. Janet's been bugging you to go to the LGBT club on campus. Q&A, apparently. Stands for Queers and Allies. It would probably be a good way to meet people, but you're kind of scared to go. After all, you've only come out to Janet, and you've known her for years. The thought of coming out to complete strangers is terrifying. But you could spend the day exploring the campus without your parents in tow this time, pointing out every tree or statue and insisting you pose for pictures next to every academic building. It would be relaxing, and you've certainly had a busy first week. Get a head start on homework, see what Adam's plans are, go to a Q&A meeting, explore campus. See, there's part of me that's like, well, why not foster something with Adam, but because we're not going after Adam. I don't think it's really possible, but can we check out the Q&A meeting first? I was going to try to make a Q&A meeting. I didn't realize we would say that out loud. Oh, the words are out almost before you realize what you're saying, and you stop suddenly terrified he'll make the connection. Ah. Wait, isn't that the gay club or something? He eyes you carefully. Your heart pounds in your chest. It's for straight allies, too. People who support the LGBT community. Ah. I mean, I have no problem with those people. But I'm not sure I'd be very comfortable in that situation. So good for you. Your heartbeat slows and you manage to smile at him, although your brain kicks you and you wonder if you've made things worse. He yawns again, before climbing out of bed and pulling on a shirt and jeans. I should probably get going then. You nod and watch as he picks up his backpack and heads out the door. You jump out of bed and unlock your computer, checking if Janet is online. Fortunately, she already seems to be awake. Why am I awake already? The schedule is killing me and I can't even sleep in. Patchrick, why aren't you up yet? Ugh. I'm here. Going to Q&A today. You wince, remembering the last time you surprised her and she shrieked like that. You couldn't hear properly for a week afterward. You feel sorry for whoever her current roommate is. Patchrick, that's awesome! Oh crap, I think I woke Rumi up. This is your fault, Patchrick. Yeah, because your shrieks are known to break glass. She's upset. I'm gonna go away from here. You gonna be okay? Yeah, we'll see how this goes. It'll be great. Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. You sigh. That was certainly something. You get dressed and psych yourself up for the upcoming trip. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Okay. Whip. Okay, cool. You make the trek across campus to the student center. Standing in front of the building, you can feel your heartbeat quicken. I'm not even in the building yet. I'm not even in the room yet. You can do this. Unable to walk in, you take a few laps around campus instead. A bunch of people are playing frisbee. A group sits with their laptops outside, backs against a building. You suppose they're doing homework. You return to the student center and, again, feel a sense of dread creeping at you. You make it into the building and stand in front of the room. The door is shut, but you can hear voices from inside. You sit outside the door for a few minutes. Everyone inside bursts into laughter, and the sound just makes you feel even more terrified. I can't do this. You quickly leave the building, deciding to spend the day doing homework instead. Coward. Back in the safety of your room, you feel like you can breathe again. Also, I'm using that hyperbolically. If anybody's watching this and is like at all concerned about going to Q&A, GSA, any of those kinds of things, either like in high school, in college, whatever, it is terrifying the first time, no matter who you are. Maybe there's a reason I've only been able to come out to one person. You wish Janet was here. She'd accompany me there and make sure I stayed. Go with your friends to things if they're feeling awkward, if you can. You manage to crank out some econ homework, but your mind isn't really in it. You decide to quick walk around campus to clear your head. Campus is still full of people out and about. A group bikes past you, seemingly on the way to the park. Someone has a dog and it barks happily as people throw sticks for it to fetch. You sit with your back against a building and watch the scene for a bit. Makes you feel better, at least. Not product placement, they're not sponsoring me. But also, we've been going for about an hour. And if you sat through this for any duration of time, either in the live or as a VOD, and you've made it this far, you could help sponsor me by hitting the subscribe button on YouTube, or the like button, or follow on Twitch. You get back to your room in the late afternoon and decide you should probably take a shower. You grab your shower supplies and head towards the bathroom. Rounding the corner in the hallway, you literally run into Adam. I'm gonna go on the just chatting screen for a minute to make sure that I have my proper safety settings on. The knock impacts you both to the ground. Okay. We do. Somehow his towel comes loose and falls off of him. Apparently he isn't wearing anything underneath. Well, no, he was showering. So typically, You try to resist the urge to stare. Patchrick? He grabs the towel and throws it over himself. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's fine. He gets up and adjusts his towel. See you back at the room. You have a pretty uneventful shower. I'm just going over like the minute differences between my last playthrough when I came out to him already, and now. When you get back into the room, he's picking up his backpack. Hey, sorry to bail on you, but Carlos has an emergency. Talk to you later. He nods at you and heads out the door. You sigh. There's been enough drama for one day. You check your messages, but Janet seems to be offline. You decide to return to your favorite campus buffet. The food is almost edible. The meal is fortunately uneventful. The mashed potato bar is one of the more unique things you've seen. So you're not sure you agree with the idea of wasabi mashed potatoes or mashed potatoes with barbecue sauce. You choke down some potatoes and pair it with a slice of burnt pizza. You return to your room to find Adam still hasn't returned. Janet isn't online either. You poke into your physics book for a while, waiting for Janet or Adam to show up, but neither do. At 11 p.m., you call it and send Janet an email before heading to bed. Sunday, August 27th. You're woken up by the feeling of lips on yours. It's unfamiliar, but surprisingly pleasant. Good morning. What? Shh. Carlos? Okay, I still don't speak Spanish, which doesn't change from the first time I played through this. And I don't have Dorian in the room with me, so, te quiero mucho. He laughs. I know you've been wanting this. He grabs your crotch and you gasp at the contact. Patchrick. He bends down and kisses you again. He tastes clean. Too clean. Actually, he tastes like nothing. Carlos disappears. You snap awake for real this time. It's still dark outside. Your raging is almost painful. By the way, if anyone liked the way I read that, check me out on Audible. I really have it bad, don't I? Whew. The sound of the door opening catches your attention. Adam and Carlos walk through the door. Adam notices you're awake. Crap. Sorry, Patchrick. Didn't mean to wake you up. You yawn. It's fine. I was, up anyway. That means two things. I forgot how much Spanish I put in YAGS. It's especially interesting now given that the entire I haven't spoken Spanish since I came out thing in AGS. Actually, yeah. That is interesting to think about. That it's like seeped in this a little bit. Adam nods, leading Carlos over to his desk and sitting him in the chair. I'm just not sure how I feel about twins, that's all. You don't have to sleep with them, dude. But this is easier. Anyway, thanks. Adam shrugs. There's silence for a few moments. So, hi, Patchrick. Sorry to barge in like this on you so late, or early, as the case may be. I'm not sure I want to deal with both of them at once, and it felt weird turning them down or something. Ashley and Lee, that is. Ashley. Dude, that's what I said. Adam just shrugs. I mean, I'm all for a threesome. Just don't know how I feel about twins. What if I get them confused with each other? Adam laughs. Pretty sure it wouldn't be the first time for them, dude. Anyway, I'm just gonna crash on the floor here or something. Ashley and Lee are probably still making the rounds of the house. Like hell you are, take the bed. Chico, I couldn't do that to you. You could share my bed instead. Yes. Oh. Yes to the threesomes. Uh-huh. Right. Quit your yapping already. It's like 12:30 or something. We already woke Patchrick up. He yawns, pulls off his shirt, and grabs some clothes from his dresser. He makes a pile on the floor, lying down, using them as a pillow. Are you sure? Shut up already. Shut up, already asleep. Thanks, Chico. Carlos climbs into Adam's bed. You roll over and try to find a comfortable position. Good night, Patchrick. Actually, Sunday, August 27th. You startle awake. The sun is out now, bathing the room in light. You rub your eyes and look around, trying to find the source of the disturbance. Adam is sprawled out on the ground, snoring softly. He's nowhere near the pile of clothes anymore. So I wonder he doesn't always fall out of bed. From the other bed, Carlos makes a sound, sounding like a choked moan. He spouts off some words in Spanish that you can't follow or understand. Then he smiles, still asleep. I guess he's having a nice dream? Or something? You roll back over, facing the wall to try and block out the light. Carlos spouts off some more nonsense before tossing in his sleep. You close your eyes, still trying to will the sleep back before a loud thud and a sequence of curses startles you. You turn around to see Adam has somehow managed to hit his head against his desk chair in his sleep. Been there. Ah! Carlos grins, apparently also awakened by the noise. I told you I should sleep on the floor. Jackass. He stands rubbing his head. Carlos pulls back the cover and sits on the edge of the bed. You notice he has a certain morning affliction that men get. Apparently he realizes he does as well, because he quickly pulls the sheet back over himself. You okay? Yeah, You expand to fill all available space? No, not you in that gas pun again. That's hilarious. No. It's a gas. Carlos gets me. Carlos gets my humor. I like Carlos. There's a reason that his husband is modeled after me. I hate you. Seriously though, you okay? Yeah, it was just unexpected is all. He looks over at you. Sorry, Patchrick. I was already awake anyway. Oh yeah? Couldn't sleep? No, I was just staring at the wall, trying to fall back asleep, listening to Carlos. All of these are true, and I don't know which one I actually want to pick. I feel like the most normal. Sorry, as I pick my eye. Oh, hi! Welcome on in, Phil. I am doing well. We're playing YAGS right now. We actually have the creator of this game in chat with us right now. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing well. How are you today? I think I want to pick staring at the wall. Carlos laughs. I prefer to stare at the inside of my eyelids. Dude, that's because you prefer to sleep constantly. That's awesome. Yeah, that's him, the waving guy. I'm doing great. It's good to see you and be able to hang out. Yeah, no. This is not actually like a typical game that we play. But I like doing this game, especially for like Pride. Because A, this is how I met Bob C. Games, who is like my best friend. And it's actually a really nice like dating sim, but also like a coming out sim. So yeah, it's generally very very revered for people that play it, or from people that play it. Yes, happy Pride. Thank you. Yes, happy Pride. I actually at the beginning of stream was talking about how tomorrow's like the actual Pride parade around here, and I think myself, my partners, as well as a couple of my like performance friends are actually going to be in the parade. So that's supposed to be fun. What can I say? I love me some sleep. Anyway, it's 10. Might as well get up. He grabs a nearby shirt and pulls it on. Speak for yourself. 10 is prime sleeping time. He flops down on the bed again. Adam pokes him on the side, and he lets out a yelp. Adam! Up and at 'em, boy. I'm up, I'm up. So, any plans for the day, Patchrick? You could get a head start on your homework load in case your social life suddenly takes off. You've also been meaning to call your parents, but they have a tendency to blabber on for hours. You could also see if Adam and Carlos want to do anything. Or you could take the day to relax before your class load really hits you. I've hung out with them before. Because I think from here we go to the pool? Maybe? Not really. Relaxing, I guess. That's my kind of day. He flops back down in the bed again. Carlos jumps back up as Adam reaches for him. I'm up, I'm up! Anyway, I was going to go to the gym for a bit and probably try to finish this project afterwards. You should hang out with Carlos, though. Okay. Patchrick will be the best relaxers that ever relaxed. You get out of bed and unlock your computer. Good morning. Hope your Q&A visit went well, and you picked up lots of guys. I'm gonna go shopping with Lisa, I think. But talk to you tonight. Crazy Cat Lady 2588 has signed off. I like this the Jake stream, and you haven't met Jake yet. I know. I know. It takes forever to meet Jake, and you'd think you meet him first week of class, sir. You'd think. But no, you only meet Adam and Carlos. You'll never understand her need to sign off whenever she steps away. Then again, you religiously lock your computer, so maybe you shouldn't be one to talk. Anyway, I probably should get going. Have fun, you two. You can meet him if you don't go to the frat house. What? I didn't know that! Okay, well now I'm going to not do things with Adam and Carlos. I was gonna hit the pool or something. Exercise and sleep, the two best things. You're welcome to join. I'm gonna hang out on my own. I think I'll pass, but thanks. Well, I should probably go do that then. Thanks for sharing your room last night, Patchrick. You spend the day browsing the internet. You also decide to take a nap. Then you wake up. When you wake up again, it's 8 p.m. and you figure you should go for some dinner. Oh, I found a lamp sticker. Sticker depicting a glowing bedside lamp. You head to your usual buffet. The food is average as usual. Afterward, you head back to your room exhausted. Relaxing is apparently hard. You don't bother checking your messages, instead climbing into bed and falling asleep almost immediately. Monday, the 28th. You dutifully wake up on Monday to your alarm. Adam continues snoring softly from the other bed. Looks like he learned to sleep through it. After a quick shower, you head to your intro to programming lecture. Here's where we meet him. Here's where we meet. Our main man. You can kind of see him there. Here's where we meet our main man. Not in this, but here's where we finally meet him. I'm gonna put that right there. You take a random seat in the room. You're starting to recognize many of the faces there, although you don't really know any of their names. A short Asian girl walks into the room and looks around. Her long black hair has streaks of red throughout it. She heads over to the seat next to you and sits down. Hello, I'm Hannah. Hey, I'm Patchrick. You reluctantly introduce yourself to her. Nice to meet you, Patchrick. An Indian boy arrives and takes the seat next to your right. His short hair stands up wildly as if he didn't have a chance to comb it this morning. He smiles at you as he sits down. This is Nikhil, who I'm going to call Nick because I don't want to be disrespectful if I'm mispronouncing the name. Nick, this is Patchrick. Nice to meet you, Patchrick. He's cute. He seems nice. The room begins to fill up and the professor brings the room to order. Professor Lee. Today we'll be continuing our study of data structures, but with something a little more complicated. But for this next assignment, you'll need a partner. Before we all get settled, I'd like you to pick your partners now. If you don't have anyone to pick, raise your hand and we'll pair you up. You sure are glad you just met a couple of seemingly friendly people. Ask Hannah to be your partner, ask Nick to be your partner. We'll ask Hannah. Break barriers. She looks at Nick questioningly. Help her up with Jake, it's fine. Okay. Hello there, partner. There he is. There's our guy. There's a boy. You notice that an Asian guy has sat down next to Hannah. His medium-length black hair is also streaked with red, and he looks nervous. Why, hello there. That's fun. Fun on a bun. Yeah, I'm actually doing similar RPG Maker stuff on my end, but yeah. Oh, yes, RPG Maker. Got such a bad rep, but it's actually a great engine. Oh, look at you. I didn't know you also made stuff, Phil. You look into his eyes and he stares back at you warily before looking away nervously. You think he's absolutely adorable. That's Jake, Nick's roommate. He's shy. Jake blushes at this. This is Patchrick. Nice to meet you. What kind of name is Jake? Nice to meet you. Anyone still without a partner? Keep your hands raised. A few hands remain up as you watch as the TAs go around the room pairing people up. Professor Lee waits for everyone to settle into their new seats. Good. It is my hope that you've picked a partner that is most unlike you. In particular, unlike you in your coding style. You will each be completing an assignment. Then you will hand your code to your partner and they will continue the assignment. Now study in, shall we say, coding so other people can understand it. The TAs tell me several of you need instruction in this. Murmurs spread through the room. This isn't good. My coding is total garbage. You will not be allowed to see a partner's code until they have finished the first portion. Oh my god, oh my god. Hey, don't worry. We can sync up before you start coding. Well, that sucks. Don't worry. It's fine. We can figure this out. Thanks. The lecture continues, but you can tell Hannah isn't really paying attention. At the end, she quickly gathers her things and leaves. Jake follows close behind her. Well, that's unfortunate. She's awesome and talented at so many things. She's just so new to programming. I'm sure we were all like that when we started. He hands you a slip of paper. Here's her AIM screen name, if you want to reach her. Anyway, I have to run to my ECE class. See you around. The rest of the day's classes are uneventful. At the end of the day, you head back to your room. Adam's sitting at his desk with headphones on, typing something on his computer. But you're not sure how he manages to work with that broken screen. He turns and notices you as you dump your backpack on your bed. Hey Patrick, how was your day? Pretty good. We got a pretty interesting programming assignment and I need to cheerlead my partner. Well, if anyone can do that, it's you. Anyway, I have to finish writing this. Excuse me. He returns to typing. You unlock your computer. Janet is, of course, not online yet. You send Hannah a message. Hey Hannah, it's Patchrick. Patchrick. Hello, Justin, my idol. Sorry for freaking out earlier. It's fine. Do you have a few minutes? I wanted to see if I could help somehow. You spent some time going over her first assignment code with her. It's actually fine if a little disorganized. Yeah, I just keep writing until it works. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I don't think that's true. This looks fine. You just need some structure. And to delete some unused parts. You're so into your conversation that you don't notice Adam behind you until he clears his throat. Ahem. Sorry to interrupt. I'm heading to dinner at the house. Do you want to join me? It's a great chance to meet some chicks. You swallow hard and decide you're not willing to let the opportunity to pass you by this time. I'm gay. I'm not interested in chicks. I don't really think the method in which we come out now is important. I mean, it's always good to meet new people. You don't have to hook up. He stares at you for a second. Wait, you mean in general? You barely managed to nod. Okay, I'm just gonna go meet Carlos. Have a good dinner, okay? Yikes. He quickly leaves and you notice your heart is beating 1,000 times a minute. I know Adam, okay? I know Adam. I know that Adam's a cool guy. I like Adam. I will say that was maybe not the response. That was not the move, bro. Yeah, started my own current project in 2015 and have been going off and on with work on it since. More off than on, but yeah, it's really fun, accessible, and I'm making it something I'm proud of so far. Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely understand projects like that. No. No, that seems super cool. I know little to absolutely nothing about like designing stuff. But that sounds awesome. Is it like your first crack at something like this? That probably could have gone better. Yeah, could have. You wish Janet was online so you could talk to her. That exchange freaked you out. You leave her some messages anyway. So I came out to Adam today. I'm not sure he took it very well, but still it feels like a relief. You detail the past few minutes to her, wishing again that she was around to respond. Still there, Patchrick? Yeah, sorry. You spend some more time going over code with her. By the end, she has the confidence she needs. Seriously, your code is fine. You're actually really good at this. You just need to believe in yourself. Thanks, Patchrick. This was helpful. Before you know it, it's dinner time. You decide to go to the burger place and see what their fry flavor of the day is. The burger place is out of beef, so you settle for a turkey burger. The fries of the day are spinach and kumquat. On fries. Yeah, that sounds great. Guys, this is based off a real place. This is based off a real place that Bob would eat. Not the weirdest combination, I suppose. You pass on the fries. You eat quickly and head back to the room to continue doing homework. When you return, Adam is back, typing on his laptop. Patchrick. He stands and walks over to you. I'm sorry about earlier. You just surprised me. And I'm not sure I reacted in the best way. I have no problem with that, just so you know. I'm sorry if I came across otherwise. It's not a problem. It sure was. It's not a problem. That's nice of you to say, but still, sorry about that. I'm straight, by the way. He shuffles his feet awkwardly. Anyway, I should get back to this paper. I'm so done with doing schoolwork. The fries aren't, but the filet paste is real. You unlock your computer. Janet is online now. OMG, Patchrick, what happened? You catch her up on the details. I'm surprised you did that. In a good way, good surprised. Yeah, I guess. You checking him out, Patchrick? He does sleep in his underwear. Details paint me a vivid, sexy picture. Janet, that's weird. Janet's Chris. Janet is 100% my boyfriend, Chris. Well, it's not like you're having him anyway. Share the love. And pictures. You talked to her for a bit about Adam. Anyway, it probably feels good to be out, right? Patchrick, this is huge. 2 people now you've told. The 2 of you talk until Janet declares it's bedtime. You figure you can call it an early night. Adam looks up as you get changed. Is this going to bother you too much if I keep working? Nope, that's how I prefer to sleep. I like having some sort of light stimulating thing I'm listening to, I'm seeing on. You shake your head and he nods, turning on his desk lamp. Good night. You lie under the covers, thoughts of the day swirling in your head. Despite the method being a little awkward, you're glad Adam knows now. And it does feel like a relief. You soon drift off to a comfortable sleep. Tuesday, August 29th. We better start making some freaking headway with this man. The rest of the week seems to fly by. You share your AM screen name with Jake, Nick, and Hannah, and have frequently friendly conversations with them. Jake seems to open to you a lot more when he doesn't have to talk in person. That sounds familiar. You also often have dinner with them. It's nice not eating alone. Hannah turns out to be a perfectly fine coder. Whether you actually helped her or not, or gave her the confidence she needed, you have no trouble building onto her part. Adam buries himself in writing. Apparently he misunderstood his essay topic and had to do a rewrite. I hate that. I hate that so much. You suspect his paper was also full of mistakes due to the condition of his laptop screen. You offer to let him borrow yours, but he waves you away, telling he's ordered a new one. Carlos comes by from time to time to see if Adam wants to hang out. The two of you spend some time together instead, laughing over pizza and root beer. You find yourself increasingly attracted to him. He is an increasingly attractive man. Friday, September 1st. Soon it's Friday and you leave your calc lecture to enjoy the warm air and contemplate the weekend possibilities. As you're walking across campus, you run into Adam, almost literally. His head is buried in a book. Whoa, Patchrick. How are you? I was just heading to the house for dinner. Well, for dinner later. Just heading over for now. Do you want to join me? You're needing to finish up some homework for class, but could also use the social interaction. You'd also kind of like to visit the frat house again. You were also thinking of seeing Nick, Jake, and Hannah were interested in doing anything. Sure, I need to do work, sorry. I had other plans already. He nods. Well, see you tonight then. He walks off and you head back to your room. Back to your room, you unlock your computer. Jake has already messaged you. Hey, Patchrick, we were going to play some board games. Want to join us? A pile of papers on your desk remind you that you do have an assignment due at midnight tonight. All right, real talk. I went to a party the other night when I had a legit book due at midnight, and I still went to the party instead. So, play board games. Sounds good. Where should we meet? We're gonna grab some food first. Do you know the burger place with the fries? You meet up with Jake, Nick, and Hannah at the burger place. The fries are garlic and rosemary. That's actually not a weird one. I really like the character art and background. It's very pleasing. Ah, yes. Now, I also have, you can probably see, Adam right here. And then James, who's a character that we haven't seen yet. I have another Adam off screen. I have one of Jake. And then I also have this bad boy of Jake. Yes, the art is chef's kiss brilliant. That's surprisingly normal. What is that smell? You get a burger and fries only to find that the garlic was infused with anchovy juice. No thanks. Anyone want my fries? I'll eat them. The three of you watch Jake shovel anchovy fries into his mouth. Strangely, you find you enjoy watching him eat. I don't know how you do it, Jake. Sprite artist is David Soul. Free plug. He does comics and is amazing. Stole comics on most socials. So go check him out because art is freaking amazing and it's everywhere. It's everywhere for me. Tickets to, oh awesome. James on Pat's wall is drawn up by Illuminate 001, aka Soulsoft EA. We plug artists around here. Jake stares at the three of you, mouth stuffed full of fries. Do what? Soon you finish eating and find a table at the student center. It's a strange triangular table with a bench on each side. The three of them each take a side. Stupid modern furniture. Sit next to Jake. Jake shifts a little uncomfortably as you sit next to him. Nick looks at you and smiles. What are we playing? How about Diamant? Someone's feeling lucky today. Hey, it's my turn to win something, right? These backgrounds are by Crow Kicks. Oh, that's actually a really badass name. The game turns out to be fairly simple. It's a push your luck style game where you collect treasure and avoid traps. Okay, so I have not played Diamant. I was supposed to, when I went to go visit Bob, play some of these games to actually figure out how they work. We ended up playing one game. We played two games. We played some like power surge, energy surge, electric one, and then we played some like mail one, like where you're delivering mail routes and building mail routes and stuff. And that ended up turning into a strip game anyway, so I only moderately understand some of the rules of some of these games. Jake easily wins the first game by more than 50 gems. Rematch. The second game's closer, and you and Hannah are the only players left near the end. There's a lot of treasure left to grab, but there's also a lot of traps showing already. Hannah looks at you, contemplating. Leave with my existing haul. Ah! Leave with my existing haul. You place the card with your choice down. Hannah looks at you, then chooses one of her own. The two of you reveal your cards. Hannah continues while you leave. Yeah, that's totally what I would do, too. But now Patchrick can't win. Jake shrugs. It's not always about winning. It's about avoiding those snakes. Snakes! On a plane. On a plane. Oh, on a plane. In Spain. Mainly in the plane. Of snakes. Boys. Sorry. Jake flips over a card. And treasure! Yeah, I stop now, obviously. With the extra haul, Hannah beats you pretty soundly. Well, that was exciting. I want to play Lost Cities. What is it with you in exploring the luck-based games? Maybe I'm just feeling lucky tonight. Actually, it's fun because I saw David in the same trip where I first met Pat IRL. Oh my goodness, okay. I was like, wait, what? That was not... We hung out with no David. I'm realizing the first time we met was when you came to visit me. Right. Right, where you weirdo stalker visited me. Hey, so where is it that you live again? Right. I know we've been talking for a couple months now, but, so I haven't brought this up before, but I have family that live, like, next to you. So maybe I could come visit you when I'm visiting them because I'm gonna come visit family. And then I also have friends, like, that are kind of near you, but I haven't brought it up until now. Hey, so I'm going to be in your city randomly. Want to meet up? That was not at all how that went. Maybe just feeling lucky tonight. Jake shrugs. We could do that, but that only supports 2 people. I can play with her. I'll play something else with Jake. I'll play something else with Nick. I'll play something else with Jake. You try not to sound too eager, but he just smiles at you and nods. Maybe I made up everything and was just stalking you. You can't prove that David is real. You know what? You're right. You had a pretty flimsy story of, like, abruptly leaving the next day, too, so... Could all be a farce. None of that could be true. When I came to visit you, that could have not been your residence. Could have not been. Could have been a place that you broke into. We're just like, yep, this is it. You try not to sound too eager, but he just smiles at you and nods. That works. How about some set? The two of you match shapes for a while, as Nick and Hannah play some complicated-looking card game. I won! Good job. We're done here as well, I think. Well, how about one more game with all of us before we call it a night? How about Diamant again? We could all play set. Don't say anything. We could all play set? Yeah, Patchrick's getting pretty good at it, actually. You don't mean he's beating you, do you? Well, no, but still pretty good. The four of you match shapes for a while. Jake, of course, dominates. You always win these. It's not my fault you're bad at matching patterns. Oh, so Jake's got like a touch of the tism. Okay. Set. No, these two have the same shape. There are no more sets left. We're done. Oh. Well, I think I'm heading to bed. It's like 11. I should probably go get some work done. Jake yawns and stretches sleepily. You try not to stare. Well, this was fun. Thanks, all. The four of you head back to your respective rooms. You got me. I'm a squatter. Yeah, knew it. Speaking of friends and groups and stuff. Oh my goodness. Good golly. My friend who's also going to be in the Pride Parade just messaged me and was like, you asked for the information. I was able to get it from other people, but... Adam is there. He's standing by his bed with a book. Hey, Patchrick. What's wrong with you? How was your evening? Is something noticeably wrong? No, he's just reading. Not bad. How was games? Pretty fun. There's this cute guy there. Okay, I guess. Pretty fun. I won't tell him about Jake. Awesome. Anyway, excuse me. I have to finish reading. You look at the stack of homework on your desk. Looks like you're gonna have to Oops. Looks like you're gonna have to resign yourself to failing this assignment. Oh my. Because it's 11. There's no way you're completing it by midnight. You unlock your computer. You don't fail it if you don't turn it in on time. You get like 10% knocked off. And sometimes, like if it's still in by the time the teacher grades, or instructor, they still accept it. I've turned in several things late and have gotten no points docked on them. Strictly because like I got it in before the teacher even touched any of them. Depends on the teacher, I think. Oh, it's 100% dependent on the teacher. But yeah, I've never like failed something just because. At every college I've been to, and I've been to 3 of them. Yeah, I've been to 3 of them. There's always been like an academic policy of like if something is late, for every week that it's late, you get 10% taken off. So after you're 5 weeks late on it, it's like don't bother turning it in. I have to run lines, but just wanted to say hi. I hope you had a good evening. You leave her some messages describing your day. On the other side of the room, Adam stretches and pulls off his shirt. I'm going to bed. He winces as he pulls off his shorts. But feel free to stay up and do what you need to. You okay, bro? Oh, he probably had his interaction. He has a negative interaction with Robert. That I'm realizing is probably why he's in pain, that he is not telling us about. Are you okay? He winces again as he climbs into bed. Yeah, just got a little rough today. He gingerly pulls the sheets over him. I'll be fine. I was going to bed too, I think. You quickly change and turn off the light. Good night, Patchrick. Saturday, September 2nd. You're woken up by a knock at the door. Adam blinks groggily, looking over and yawning. I'm not expecting anyone. Me neither. You get up and open the door. Hey, Patchrick. He walks into the room. Adam, Chico, I need some help. Adam yawns again and sits up. Girl trouble again, Carlos? No, actually, girl's the opposite of trouble right now. Adam stands and stretches. I, need help with some anatomy homework. Dude, you're a junior. You're in higher level classes than me. I kind of don't read the book at all. So read the book. But you know all this stuff already. You actually care about this stuff. Fine, fine. He searches around for a shirt. I should do laundry. No, bro, you should not. Great. Thanks, Chico. So, how are you, Patchrick? Not too bad. Sleepy since you woke us up. Not too bad. Good, good. You should totally come do work with us today. Adam finds a relatively clean shirt and a pair of pants and pulls them on. Carlos, Patchrick probably has other plans than doing homework today. He's actually, you know, on top of his shit, as I just failed an assignment. And also, he's not taking any biology or anatomy courses this semester. Still, it'll be fun. Do homework with Adam and Carlos, see what Jake is up to, see what Hannah's up to, see what Nick is up to. Make another attempt to attend a Q&A meeting. See what Jake's up to. Actually, I was going to try and meet up with a friend. This also reminds me that I am also talking to a guy that I probably should try and make plans with soon. Well, that sounds fun too. Adam looks around the room. I'm gonna throw some laundry in first. Carlos, why don't you go ahead to the library and I'll meet up with you in a bit. Great, thanks, Chico. See you around, Patchrick. See, he's too flirty. I'm going over this again, and he's so flirty. Intentionally. He knows what he's doing. He has to know what he's doing. He leaves, and Adam sighs, walking around the room, gathering clothes. I don't know what to do with him sometimes. Anyway, I should get this in and then head over. Have fun with your day. You roll out of bed and unlock your computer. Good morning. My brain hurts. Too many lines. That actually makes me really excited. A, it makes me excited for this movie. But B, I also was going to try out for City of Angels being held at the theater. They have auditions coming up in like 2 weeks, and they finally posted what the brain rehearsal schedule will look like. And yeah, it's gonna be conflicting with other things that I have going on. So sad. But hopefully that means that I get this movie and then I won't feel bad because I'll be doing the movie instead. Good morning. Any plans for the day? The two of you talk for a bit before you realize you should ping Jake. Hey, Jake. Do you want to play any games today? You wait a while, but there's no response. You decide to message Nick instead. Hey, Nick. Any plans for the day? Hey, Patchrick. No, just homework, I guess. You? You decide you could probably do homework together. Not sure where Jake is. He left this morning. I'll leave him a note. We can try for games later. Oh, also, Hannah's coming. You quickly get dressed, grab your backpack, and head to the library to meet them. When you get there, Nick and Hannah already have a table. Hey, Patchrick. You look around, you see Adam and Carlos at the table at the far end of the room. Even from here, you can tell Adam looks exasperated. The three of you start working on assignments. Nick is taking the same physics class as you, so you work problems together. Not sure how your ball is falling at 500 miles per hour, but that seems wrong. Maybe it's a really massive ball. I don't think that matters. It does not. You found a collectible. Physics note, page 1. Okay. Soon it's lunchtime. Burgers? Sure, to satisfy my curiosity about today's fry flavor, if nothing else. Tabasco, horseradish, and chocolate fries. Is that all in the same fry? Don't forget the side of red cake frosting. I don't think even Jake would eat that. You all get burgers and brave the onion rings and find a place to sit on the grass. Burgers are good as always. I think the onion ring is made out of broccoli? In a ring shape? Yeah, I don't know. At least the breading is good. So where's Jake? How's programming going for you, Hannah? Are you and Jake related, Hannah? I feel like that's, racism. So where's Jake? I don't know. He left early this morning without telling me where he was going. Was he going to a Q&A meeting? Speaking of which, she waves. Jake is walking towards your group. The sun really brings out the highlights in his hair, and you vaguely wonder if dyeing hair would feel any different to run your fingers through. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. No problem, where have you been? Just errands, the usual. I brought some games though. Diamond! We should go try the fries today. You should go try the fries today, Jake. Why? What's the flavor? Pain, torture, and eternal torment? Actually, the first two parts are about right. Alright, back in a bit, guys. He runs off to buy food. Yay, games! Who needs to do work anyway, right? Do you think he'll really eat the fries? Jake loves pain, torture, and eternal torment. I don't understand you boys. Jake soon returns with a burger and a side of fries. I'm not sure these are going to taste good. Spicy and sour, sure, but chocolate? Cake frosting? You don't have to eat the frosting. You don't have to eat it at all. Jake tries one. There's a silence as he chews. Actually, these aren't too bad. You're kidding me. No, try one. No, thanks. Just the smell is making me gag. Worse than the anchovy garlic. I swear this place gets weirder every day. By the end of the year, they'll serve tubs of nacho cheese and motor oil and call it cheese fries. At least that's food. Well, partially food. Cheese! I love cheese. He has a mouthful of fries. Hannah shakes her head. I'll never understand your eating habits, Jake. You finish lunch, then head to the student center to find a table to play games at. You find an empty table and spread out some of the games. This is a normal square table. It's a miracle. I know, right? Psh, you just don't understand modern art, Nick. Modern furniture art. Modern furniture art. Modern furniture fart? Nick laughs. Beans, they're good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you poop. Plop, plop. Please, no. So, game? Game? Mine? Mine? Mine, mine? Mine? Hannah pulls out Diamant. Mining it is. Mine? You play a few rounds of Diamant. Nick Hill wins the first game by a small margin. Jake manages to win the second. Again. Again. Mine? Yes, mining. I'm not sure we're actually mining. We're exploring tunnels in the ground. We're mining. I think it's supposed to be ruins or something. Spelunking? Isn't that caves? Mine? Boys, that's it. We're playing this again. Mine? Also, you're not allowed to watch Finding Nemo anymore. Mine? The third game goes strangely. In the end, it's you and Hannah again. A lot of treasure is out and only one trap. The lava has been revealed. So, we meet again. Hannah got what, 15? No fair peeking. Okay, well, Patrick's got about the same. And Nick and I both went bust. Spiders on a plane! Why are we putting everything on planes? Spiders in the rain? So it's raining spiders? Sounds like a horror movie. I'd see that movie. Yeah, I probably would too. Anyway, Hannah places a card down. What are you gonna do, Patchrick? Find more treasure, leave with your existing haul. Find more treasure! You place your card down and both of you flip. Onward! This is totally lava. No way this is lava. Jake flips the card. It is lava. Mother! Well, not sure who won then. You count your gems. You win by 1! Yeah. That was close, at least. Jake packs the game up. So, dinner? Early dinner? And then homework? Homework. At home? Work? So if you do it not at home, is it still homework? Work. Homework, work. Not homework. Home, not work. Donut work. Donut work? Nom nom nom. Yes, nom food. You decide to hit up the campus buffet. The 4 of you find a table together. The spaghetti looks a little underdone. Aren't the noodles supposed to bend? Why don't these noodles bend? Why does this campus have nothing but terrible food? Hey, the burger place has pretty good burgers. And fries. No, they do not have good fries. You settle at your table with your food and watch Jake wolf down plate after plate. I still don't know how you do it, Jake. Black hole stomach. Singularity. Quantum singularity. Quantum doublelarity? Well, 2 stomachs would also explain it. Also a stomach of steel. Stomach of steel. Stomach of steel. Stomach of theft and burglary. Well, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Stomach heart. Lub-dub, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Sometimes I don't know why we're friends. Lub-dub? After dinner, you all go your separate ways. You head back to your room to see if Janet's around. Adam's already back when you return. His shirt looks a little worse for wear. And that's him for the rest of the game, folks. Hey, Patchrick. He notices you staring. Oh, yeah, don't use the 3rd dryer from the right. Or, I guess, watch it if you do, or something. I thought it was weird that there was an empty dryer. He returns to reading and you unlock your computer. So how was homework and games? Pretty good. Won a game. Awesome. Got some homework done. You talk for a bit about your day before figuring it's time for bed. Adam looks up to you as you get changed. Off to bed? Yeah. Well, good night then. You climb into your bed and stare at the ceiling. Today was a good day. Alright, yes. Perfect. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do it again. Yes, okay. Cool. Because I doth believe that has been almost 2 hours, and I would like to spend some time with my menfolk before we go to bed tonight. I am going to look real quick. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, why not? We'll go ahead. I know it's a divergence from this game, but we'll go ahead and raid Josh, because why not? So if you want to keep hanging out, I'm going to go be in Josh's for just a touch over on Twitch, JoshBit8. If you're over on YouTube, feel free to subscribe if you've just been chilling out watching, or if you're watching this as a VOD, hit that like button. I will be continuing this next week. I will have more of an official schedule kind of lined out. I do think our next stream, though, will be business as usual with Project Zomboid. But yes, everyone have a good Pride weekend everywhere that it's Pride. And just a regular good weekend if it's not Pride. Put out good thoughts and hopes for my movie, for my audition for that movie. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye.